Xin chào các bạn, mình là Khánh Vy đây. Còn gì tuyệt vời hơn khi buổi tối ở nhà chúng ta mở TV, mở laptop lên, mở YouTube lên và xem một tập mới của IFO. Mình chưa xem tập mới cho nên bây giờ sẽ là reaction tập mới. Let's do it together. Ok, bắt đầu nha. Luôn luôn là chiếc intro đáng yêu. Ôi dễ rồi. Mạng đang chạy. Sorry mọi người nhé. Trên đời này một trong những cảm giác khổ nhất là mạng yếu mà lại đang zoom với đang reaction nữa thì đúng là bắt đầu nha.
Welcome to the IFO Nightly Show. I'm your host Tung Dang, and today it's all about global citizenship. We've just watched a snippet about today's guest, and I'm excited to meet and chat with her, who is not only an educator, but an expert in education in every sense of the word. Please welcome Ms. Pukhan. Hello.
Hi there.
You got the entrance right. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
All right. What do you think about our set?
It's exciting. A little bit scary for me too.
Because of all the cameras and the lights.
Yes.
So professionally, I think you would be characterized as an educator, but for the viewers at home, just to get to know you a little bit better. So what 3 adjectives would you use to describe your work in the field of education?
Okay. So after about 20 years working in education, I would say the first word would be exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah, I get very excited every day going to work. There's always something new to be excited about my work every day. The second word would be challenging.
For sure.
Yeah, it's never been easy. It's very difficult and challenging from the beginning. It's never been easy throughout the whole process to meet all the expectations of the parents, of the teachers, of the students as well. The third word, I would say rewarding. So you can see that it's very contradicting, but working in education is very rewarding. It's very rewarding to see an improvement from a student. It's very rewarding to receive a simple thank you note from parent.
You've had quite a decorated academic journey. So you got your degree in pedagogy in Russia, and then you went on to study a master's degree in Australia, and now you're managing a few schools that abide by the Australian model of education. So could I maybe ask you, what is your fascination with Australian education? Why do you like it so much?
Yep, for me is...
Mình phải kiểu tập nói lại thầy Tùng tí. What is your fascination about the Australian education? Thầy nói quá đỉnh luôn. Ok, tiếp tục nha.
Maybe it started with my personal experience. So maybe because I had really positive experience studying in Australia. So I studied my master's degree at Flinders University in South Australia. My daughter at the time was with me too, and she also had amazing time there, transforming her actually from a very shy girl into a very confident, still soft-spoken. So what I like about Australian curriculum frameworks is a set of capabilities. That's a set of capabilities that I think it's just right. It's right for students of 21st century. It's right for students globally, but it's actually especially right for Vietnamese students culturally, and that's something they need. So
không biết là cái này nói thì hơi có một tí chủ quan của mình, nhưng mà tất cả những người mình gặp mà là du học sinh của Úc, mình đều cảm thấy cái sự điềm đạm nhất định. Mình không hiểu tại sao, hoặc là do những anh chị, những các cô các chú mình gặp thì mình đều cảm thấy cái sự điềm đạm và rất là elegant, rất là kiểu thanh lịch. I don't know why.
So the capabilities are, so first numeracy, so you know, like math
Literacy
skills, literacy, the language, information and communication technology. So you can see 3 essential capabilities that to be implemented throughout from the foundation years up to high schools. Other capabilities are creative and critical thinking, ethical understanding, intercultural understanding,
awareness,
and social and personal capability. So if you look through those set of capabilities, you can see that it's knowledge, it's skills, it's also what makes a person to be a good person, a good citizen, to be ethical, to be interculturally understanding, to accept and understand other cultures.
It's great that you touched on the point of global citizenship, because this is what this episode is all about. So could you tell me your maybe exhaustive definition of what it means to be globally ready? What does it mean? Global readiness.
Ôi, một chút đó là mình thấy là trong cái tập này thì IFO Crew đã để thêm cả definition, cả định nghĩa của cái chủ đề ngay trên màn hình luôn. Nên là nếu mọi người xem YouTube thì mọi người có thể pause lại để chụp màn hình, lưu về đọc, hoặc là đó, kiểu thế. Và trong cả quá trình thì cũng có rất là nhiều từ khóa pop up lên, và đây là cái cách mà crew muốn mọi người vừa xem vừa có thêm thông tin về khách mời mà lại vừa học từ vựng, học tiếng Anh xuyên suốt luôn, cho nên là 10 điểm dành cho crew. Vỗ tay. Xem tiếp nào.
When people actually could be on the same page regarding knowledge or skills, and also to understand each other. So I think to be globally ready, you need only not only skills and knowledge, but you also have to be equipped with cultural understanding. So in order to be a global citizen, you need to be able to know the language, to communicate, to know how to communicate, and so to speak the same language with different people around the world.
Mọi người ơi, bây giờ mình mới phát hiện ra một điều, đó là thầy Tùng trông giống bác sĩ ở trong Hospital Playlist. Bác sĩ, mình mới xem được 2 tập, nhưng mà bác sĩ tên gì nhỉ? Quên rồi. Bác sĩ gì mà có con trai ấy. Giống á. Mà là chồng của ca sĩ Gummy nhá. Khiêm đúng không ta? Đúng rồi, Khiêm em tôi.
I've just finished touching up my room so that the background looks decent when I'm on air. Oh, and I'm Tit here. Welcome back to another episode of IFO Season 7.
Hi, baby.
I hope you are doing well during this very tough time. Due to the pandemic and the restriction this entire season, and I just can't wait to chit-chat with my special guest over Zoom for the first time ever. I bet she's here now, so without further ado, let's meet her.
Okay.
Hi, Hui, how are you doing?
Hi.
You look snatched.
Thanks. You look good too. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Hui. I'm 19 years old, and I recently just got back from Melbourne because of coronavirus. Well, not recently, but a year ago.
So where are you studying now?
I'm studying art in RMIT. Well, design studies in RMIT.
Oh, same school.
Oh, so we go to same uni.
Nice.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just acting dramatic because I already knew it before. In case you miss it, every guest coming to IFO has to complete a challenge. And of course, the challenge is all about staying healthy and maintaining good physique during the lockdown. Are you up for it?
Yeah, I'll try my best. Oh.
So now we have to do the plank posture for 30 seconds
30 giây.
to the music that the IFO crew has chosen first.
Okay.
Khách mời cũng kiểu oh! Khuấy plank đỉnh thật sự. Mồ hôi chảy theo cùng luôn. Nhạc hay nhá. Đã hết 30 giây đâu.
So before we start, I have a question for you. This is the question for every guest of IFO this season, because this season it's gonna be all about Australia. So the question is, if you had to pick one place or one unique thing about Australia, what would it be?
It's gonna sound really boring, but I guess the people is so really nice. From elders to like children, they're all really nice. And also, personally, the thing I like the most about Melbourne is this city, this CBD, like the central. It's just so crowded there, and it got everything, like the food, like the shopping, everything. And also, I really like going on trains, because I live in the suburb, so I gotta travel to the CBD by train. I just love sitting on trains. I can sit on there like for hours. So yeah.
The people.
I can vouch for that because I have been to Melbourne as well. Welcome back to the second part of IFO Stay at Home. How did the experiences in Australia change you and shape you into who you are today?
It's going to sound really textbook and really boring, but I was more independent, and I started to embrace like my actual self. Like I wasn't afraid of anything anymore, really. Like before, I used to be really shy, and I wouldn't speak up. I wouldn't like voice out my opinion, even if I disagree with it, or if something makes me feel uncomfortable, I would just still go along with it.
Yeah, same,
but
same.
Studying abroad, like I have to do everything on my own, and I realized if I don't, stand up for myself, like I won't get nowhere. So I started to be more vocal about my feelings, my opinions, and I don't let anybody overstep my boundaries.
Yeah, being vocal about your feelings. That's what I really like about what you shared.
And also setting boundaries. Personal boundaries are very important too. Shout out.
Because I think that's one of the most important things that we have to learn in today's world. Do you have any piece of advice that you want to give to the young people who also want to pursue a career in the field of creativity like you?
I really, really don't think that I'm in a place where I can give advice to people because I still have a lot to learn, and I still struggle with like a lot of things like in art in general. But there is this saying that my dad once said that helps me a lot, is that each person is a different individual and art is personal. So don't let anyone make you feel bad about your style or your your skills. Like it takes time, but don't let anything happen that will take the uniqueness of yours away, if that makes any sense.
The journey to really like who you are trying to become and to accept your flaws and like embrace who you are is so important, and it's such a long process. It can take a lifetime, but it's worth it at the end of the day. So love yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to IFO Nightly Show.
Love yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Nói tiếng Anh cứ líu hết cái lưỡi vào.
Inspiring story. Miss Han, what do you think about the journey of Minh Khuê?
I think it's fascinating. Khuê has found an education system that helped her to flourish, helped her to actually find herself, that you don't need to be the best. You don't need to be the most successful. You just need to be the best version of yourself.
That's beautiful. You're watching the
beautiful.
IFO Nightly Show, and this is the Voice of the Week Challenge, a permanent fixture of the show since the very first season. We're currently filming under severe COVID-19 restrictions, and there's social distancing in a couple of cities across Vietnam right now. But that doesn't stop us from connecting to our Voice of the Week candidate this week. It's very nice to meet you today, Thao, albeit under less than ideal circumstances, but that's okay. Today we have an expert on the show, and the topic is global citizenship. So are you ready for the topic of this week's Voice of the Week Challenge?
Okay, the topic for you today is the earlier you engage in an international context, the more likely you would become global citizen. Do you agree with this statement?
The pinnacle of technology facilitates us a lot in connecting with each other. The world is becoming a global village with us, the citizens. Everyone,
confidence.
A 20-year-old youngsters who can't wait to take on the world. Eager to contribute to world's movement. A question popped up in my head. What is the fastest way to be a contributable part of the community, making our planet a better place? Is it true that the earlier I engage in an international context, the more likely I become a global citizen? For me, the answer is yes. To begin with, what exactly is global citizen? According to Oxfam, it is one's identity transcends geography or political borders, actively dedicate to community and work with others to make our planet more peaceful, sustainable, and fairer.
I love her voice.
3 things we can do to become a global citizen. 1. Build our own understanding of world events. 2. Recognize our values.
That's important.
And 3. Let our voice be heard and have power to act and influence the world around us. Without any doubt, it takes time to become a global citizen. Global citizenship is not an additional subject. It's a framework of learning, reaching beyond school to the wider community. It must be set up at an early stage of one's life. The sooner we engage in an international context, the sooner we build our own understanding of world events. As the global interdependence is growing, world issues, for example, global warming or sexism, ask for the humanity engagement. Participating in the mission at an early stage creates more opportunities for youngsters to dedicate their ideas for the common achievement of mankind. As a global citizen, on the one hand, we embrace diversity of identities and culture. On the other hand, we contribute to the village diversity our own distinct character. Spoken from our own voice, it is our identity, our culture stand us out from the crowd. So, however soon we get internationally involved, we must hold on to our roots, our motherland culture, and aware of our local communities. I cherish my past, my roots, my homeland, proud of it as a part of me. I'm full Thao, a global citizen soon to be. Thank you for your hearing.
Yay! I think she has a very strong public speaking skills, like very confident and powerful and empowering and inspiring. I love her.
Thank you for the presentation. Now you will get a chance to hear some feedback from our expert today.
I think first, her English, like your English is very fluent. You speak like a native speaker. Second, the flow of your talk. I think you have carefully planned your talk. The third point would be I really like the way you think about the topic. So you talk about being engaged in the international context, but remain your identity. So in a way, we want to be a global citizen, but we want to also remain our identity, our own culture, to be proud of our own culture and background.
Thank you, Ms. Ha, for the very detailed and heartfelt review of Thao's performance. Thank you, Thao. I hope to chat to you again soon at Voice of the Year.
Thank you, Thao, for a very impressive talk, and good luck.
Yeah, I like this episode. Mình rất là thích cái tập hôm nay và what else should I say? Dù mình là một trong những người được đóng góp vào chương trình, nhưng mà mỗi lần mình xem mỗi một tập mới thì bản thân mình đều học được rất là nhiều. Mình vừa làm và vừa là fan của chương trình luôn, vừa là người coi, vừa là người làm, vừa là fan của chương trình luôn. Và mình cũng hy vọng là mọi người cũng có thể thu nhập được những cái kiến thức như thế cho bản thân mình. Và yeah, enjoy. Good night. Take care.